I'm Nathan, this is Patina Garage, welcome back. Today I'm going to come through with a bit of a promise. Back in the first episode of this HX LE Coupe Monaro, I said we'd do some performance testing to give you guys a bit of an idea who might be looking to do these modifications on their own vehicles, a bit of a baseline guide for what you could expect out of it. So today we're going to be having a bit of a crack at that, doing some straight line performance baseline tests, 0 to 100 essentially. So from the factory, these are suggested to come out with around 240 horsepower. I have had this dynoed, so wheel horsepower, we were looking at around 185. I think it was 135 kilowatt. I'll try and find the dyno sheet, so that way you guys have a bit of an idea as to exactly what this is looking at. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get this old girl fired up, roll him out of the shed, hit the road. From the previous episodes, this is what we're playing with. Standard Holden 5 litre 308. Before they went to the 304 with injected motors in the late 80s. Quick look in case this is the first time you're here. This is what we're going to be doing the 0 to 100 in. Come from the factory. Turbo 400, 308 with a 3.08 LSD differential. No powerhouse. These are the first of the pre-pollution V8 engines that Holden made the revisions on for the ADR rules. So they did lose a bit of power. But anyway, we're adding all of that back and some with 355. Let's go do some testing. Haha, gotcha. False start. We need some fuel. Typically about to go out the gate, there's always something that stops you. Whether it's a kid, a dog, you need fuel. Never have I had this much problem getting this gas. Turn the camera on, I swear. Well knows you're about to make a klutz of yourself. Done. Let's go see how fast this HX does 0 to 100. Take 2. Okay, so before I do this, the app that I'm using, it's just an app. It's probably not going to be overly reliable, but at least it'll give us a common point for comparison. I'll do a couple runs and I'll average it out. I won't film it all, but you guys will get the gist. It's called Race Timer. It's got GPS written through the center like a blue ring. Why am I using that one? Because it was the one that Google came up with first. No other reason, it was free, so perfect. All right, let's do it. All right, here we go. Just in drive, nothing crazy. Well, there we have it. 2 baseline runs complete for the 0 to 100. I'll get to those times in a second. I just wanted to touch on this. It's probably the hardest I've ever beat on this car. I've never really run it out, mashed the throttle, done anything with it because it's not a performance car. So it was a little underwhelming. Let's just put it that way. I'd like for it to have done better, but I did do some research afterwards to find out that that is roughly what these cars did. A few different websites said a couple different things, and it fell within that range. So I guess it is what it is. Now, I did try to use an app called Race Timer. Couldn't actually get it to work. It just wouldn't register that we were actually moving. It would be telling you the speed, but it wouldn't start the timers. So didn't get to do that, which is a bit of a shame, but just went the old-fashioned method. Based it off the recording times and the speed on the speedo. On that, 100 in this car here is actually 90 on the speedo. Running larger than standard rear tyres throws that out a little bit. That's probably also slowed the time down a touch too, but not enough to really be complaining about, I wouldn't think. So the times in drive, not manually shifting, 13.98 seconds. Yep, she's slow. Shifting it through the gears, running it out a little bit further, didn't even quite make 4,000 RPM. We come in at 13.8. Now, I could beat on it more and try to improve that time, but it's not really going to improve it much at all. So long as I run a similar simulation when doing these modifications and the reruns, well, we'll roughly know where we're at. It's going to be quicker than that. Bloody well disappointed if not. The change is probably going to be staggering, in all honesty. But that's where we're at. That's our baseline test complete. Next lot of 0 to 100s will be diff change. The one after that, it'll be motor and box. So expecting big changes. I think the diff gears will even be surprising, going from the factory 3.08 to the 355 standard gears, but not for this vehicle. Thanks for tuning in. I do have a Facebook page live as well now. If you wanted to jump over and have a look at that, that'd be much appreciated. Give it a like. I'm not doing too much on there at the moment. Thanks for watching.